Hello, magic casters of all shapes and sizes! My name is Chance, welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 58th episode of our first level spell series. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most confusingly named spells in the game, kind of, sort of. It's not confusing if you understand why. Basically, the spell was meant for something else, but with 5e and previous editions kind of changed into what it is now, so, anyways, I'll explain that later. So, today we're going to be taking a look at Protection from Evil and Good. It is usable by Cleric, Paladin, Warlock, and the Wizard, and it is found in the lovely Player's Handbook. So, without further ado, let's go check out its mechanics. Your cast time is the standard 1 action, the range is touch, the duration is an impressive 10 minutes, but it is concentration, so please note that, and the effect at a glance is as followed. Target is protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Creatures of those types attack the target with disadvantage. They also cannot charm, frighten, or possess the target. Should the target already be charmed, frightened, or possessed, they have advantage on saving throws regarding it, which is really good. The components are somatic, material, and verbal, meaning you have to gesture with one hand. There is a material component, and this spell does actually consume materials, namely holy water or powdered silver and iron, which the spell consumes, so bear that in mind. And verbal components, so you speak forth an incantation. The school, unsurprisingly, is Abjuration. Now, let's move on to the full description and kind of flesh this out and talk about it for a little bit. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect. And it's holy water, powdered silver, and iron, which the spell consumes as its material components. So, regarding the material components first and foremost, because of the way it's worded, you can't use a holy symbol to just cast the spell. You need either the materials themselves or a component pouch. The reason the component pouch works is it doesn't actually specify the gold value, so you can kind of get away with it that way, and I'd probably recommend doing that anyhow. Something else worth noting is if you notice, the spell has absolutely nothing to do with alignment, which is why it is so confusingly named. 5e kind of took a step away from alignment, and I know why Wizards did it, and it kind of makes sense, because limiting roleplay and stuff like that, but by the same token, I wish they could have changed the name of this spell, like Protection from Beyond, stuff like that. Something like that would make a lot more sense, but whatever. Protection from Evil and Good has been around for a very long time in the Dungeons & Dragons mythos, so I can see why the name didn't really change, despite the fact that the effect kind of doesn't relate to it anymore. Rant aside, let's take a look at some alternative uses. So, like a lot of other Abjuration spells, this is incredibly useful in environments where you don't have access to armor and you're forced into combat. Or to give you an advantage in combat. I just really think it's good, so gladiatorial arenas, fights of that nature would really benefit from this. I would also just cast it on myself if I knew there was going to be a fight involving any of those types. So in places like graveyards or just haunted areas in general, there's a ton of upside to it, especially if you know you're going to be encountering those creature types quite frequently. That being said, if you have any cool ideas, alternative uses, or stories involving Protection from Evil and Good, please put it down in the comment section beneath. I really appreciate reading them, and I know everyone else does as well. That being said, I just want to take a quick moment to thank our patrons. Marcos G. Guzman Jr., Reina, Tanner Frazier, Kenny Garcia, and Bruce T. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really does mean the world to me, and it's great getting to know all of you. Feel free to check out our daily live streams from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. They run every day with the exception of a couple days where there's social or technological circumstances that prevent me from running them. But they're always a blast, and I'd highly encourage you to drop in. That being said, if you like that cool looking Warforge on screen and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D character, please check out our Patreon videos to figure out exactly how to do that. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, happy casting, everyone.